Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Friday, December the 18th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. It's time for the weekly wrap up. And as you all know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So let's take a look at what's going on here for the week. You can see here that on the pound pairs, none of the gaps have filled. Now, once again, if you traded towards the gap, in this particular case, you had a chance to make a bunch of pips, um, over 50 pips, close to 80 pips. If you had gotten in at the open and punched out at the low, but it didn't fill the gap. So as we were talking about during the week, you just don't want to have any ugly trades. So you have to make sure you put those stop losses in places and you take profit. So once again, though, for the week, all the gaps filled with the exception of the pound pairs. And we look here at the daily, interesting horizontal line trades. Or I should say, rather than interesting, maybe I should just say, standard um, trades. Because we had the breakout of the opening range for the month and the week here. It broke out on Tuesday and it broke out again here. It came back in and broke out on Wednesday. And we put in a high of the week and also of the month here, I do believe, and the year yesterday. And so trading out of that upper rat zone would have been very profitable. And as you can see here, that yearly high was put in yesterday, and we are 257 pips above the open. The inside bar 3 days ago, no, I'm sorry, 8 days ago, but 3 days ago, we broke out of both sides, a little to the downside and huge to the upside. And there's still inside bar action even today. As you can see, range is kind of not happening much today. It's Friday. I guess traders are getting ready for the holiday, Christmas holiday next week. You can see only 2 pairs over 100. And look at that. The new beast and the old beast didn't even hit 100. That's just showing how compressed, consolidated range is today. And looking at the euro, it's only 45 pips. That's like not even worth trading almost. We had the pivot was below the open, our open, we opened above the pivot. You see here we got the short trigger and the pivot got filled. Once again, simple trades there. Rats, green rats here. We had an opportunity there to make money, opportunity here, opportunity here. These will all be new green rat zones. In fact, there was even an opportunity here and here when it was putting in that rat zone. I do believe the rat zone, the range was large enough. Right now we've got 118 pip range. So all we have to do is, where was 60? Right here. So right here, this horizontal level right here, anything from there beyond was rat zone trading. And you can see each time it made a lower low, it has bounced off of it. And there was pips to be made. Oh, and somebody was asking about the smart rat. The smart rat is the TRO 2020 Smart Rat Zone indicator, but all I'm using that for here is just to show you the high minus close, close minus low, and the percentage. But and then the rat zone draws the line there, and you can see the red rat and the smart rat are pretty much at the same level, but the green rat is just slightly above it right now, the 20 percentile. But you can see how price has escaped both those zones, or left both those zones, which means there's profit to be made. Right now 11 here on the long side, and about 64 had you taken that short, but that wouldn't have been a rat trade at the time because the range wasn't at 60 or higher. We showed you we took out that pivot. Our weekly pivot looks like it got hit back on, what was that, Tuesday? And the monthly pivot had already been taken out. So we still have an open pivot from a couple of days ago. And we've got a missed pivot. Here on the 16th. And here on the 14th. For the week, oh, it's calling this a missed pivot. 27.91. Yeah, we missed it by 4 points. So technically we missed it. But close enough if you were trading and taking profit. That's why when I trade these, I usually put my take profit within about 2 spreads, or I should say at the outer edge of 2 spreads. So I would have taken profit about 4 pips, maybe 3 pips above that level. I do that because I hate to miss something by a pip or two. So I usually give myself like a plus minus 5 range, plus on the bottom and minus on the top. So I like if I want to get in a trade and put a limit order down here, I'd put it about 2 to 5 pips above where I think price is going to go, because I've missed more than enough by a pip or two. So it's like, nope, I'll just take the range. Wick zone, you see we're in that lower wick zone from yesterday. It went through it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I mean, it's just been in and out of that lower wick. The range here, let's see, we've got the week set up, 344 for the week, 86 percentile, pretty much same as last week. High minus previous high, we had a breakout of 146 pips. It's funny, the exact opposite. We didn't even, we missed the previous low, was below the current low by 146 pips. It's almost like you could just take this candle and then shift it up. Range high minus close. So for your rat zone traders, 115 off the weekly rat zone and 229 here. It's got a high touch alert on that H1, previous H1. So for the breakout, you can take that trade. Oh, let's see. We want to shift that over to the month. Monthly range 490 at the 43 percentile. So once again, kind of compressed months here. High minus previous high 227, previous low minus low. As you can see, once again, the month never got near the low. Looks like we might have hit the previous month's midpoint. Range, high minus close, rats 117, and close minus low for the green rats 373. And I think we already have everything on the day here. So buy zone traders, high minus open. Why does that say 5? That looks suspicious. Oh, I'm on the monthly. That's why it looks suspicious. Yeah. The opened, high minus open was only 5 pips, so pretty much a down day here. And open minus low, we went 113 pips, so buy zone traders right there on the south side could have feasted. And looking at the ATR range here, as you can see, we got to that 50% of the ATR3 and the ATR7 open minus 50% of the range. Really good target sometimes. So for those of you who like to sit in the trades a little bit longer, you put your trade on, you set your target, and here we had about a what? Open was 84, down to 23, 61 pips, not bad. So for those of you who like to use ATR, that's one way to do it. And in case you're wondering, I'm using both the ATR lines and ATR lines high-low to paint the static zones and the dynamic zones. The dynamics we are calculating off of the current daily high and low. So the upper is the low plus, and then the lower is the current daily high minus. And then the other ranges are simply calculated off of the open. So this is the open plus the ATR, and this is the open minus the ATR. So these are static, the others are dynamic. And once again, somebody might want to know which one's better. There is no better. It just depends on how you want to measure and where you want to measure from. Everything's relative. And so for what you're trading, you have to decide if you want to trade an expansion away from the open, or do you want to trade possibly a retracement from the current high or low. But you have all this just on one screen, and once again, just these two indicators here. The buttons are down here. And this comes up because it's saying just wait for the ATR zone to if you want to enter a reversal trade. And back here, we just hit the top of the hour. As you can see, we've got the wall mall at 10 and 00. 3 ball on the bottom. Pretty much trade what you see here. Nothing fancy, just simple horizontal line tradings. Horizontal line tradings. That's too funny. So, fellow traders, that's it for the weekly wrap up. If you've got any questions, feel free. I hope you had a profitable week. I hope you have a fun and safe weekend out there. And hope to see you next week. And I will probably be working somewhere between now and the end of the year. I will have the final batch of the 2020 donational indicators out. I think I got a couple of good surprises. In fact, in the mother load, I've got a couple of nice ones for you too. Just remember, when you sit down at your trading platform, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So, drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne, over and out.